Hi Audrey, it's Wednesday, December 12th, 2012. 12, 12, 12. Here we go. Yaha! So, this project has gotten off to a great start. I wasn't even able to film in my dorm because I tried and this is what it looked like. Someone just walked by. I am back from Oregon. Sadly, you're not home, so screw you. So in case you haven't heard, there was a trailer released for a certain movie from a certain science fiction franchise. Maybe you have heard of it. It's called Star Trek. There are no words in the English language to describe how excited I am. So this is a good excuse as any to talk about science fiction, which I would have done anyway. But now I have an excuse. So, So specifically, I wanted to talk about why science fiction is awesome. Now, obviously, laser guns and freaking transporters and aliens in space. Just already, you're gonna have fun with that no matter what. There's actually a much more interesting reason as to why science fiction is so cool. And to explain this properly, let's jump back to ancient Greece. There's this guy named Plato. You've probably heard of him. And he had this thought experiment, and it's called the allegory of the cave. The idea of this was to consider what would happen if humans spent their entire lives chained to a wall in a cave. So you couldn't move anything, all you could see what was in front of you, your head was braced, and what that reality would be was these little puppets, the little shadow puppets, little bunny. Plato's point is that if this is all that you knew, you would accept that as reality, because what else is there? From that, it goes into theories of forms, and it gets a little bit more complicated. Basically, Plato said that these chains are the chains of reality, and it's the job of philosophers to free people. Now, even if you've never heard of Plato's cave before, that should sound a little bit familiar. Because basically, what Plato was asking was, have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? Well, what if you could never wake up from that dream? How could you tell the difference between that world and the real world? It's the Matrix. It's basically the Matrix. Of course, Plato wouldn't use technology to get his point across, because that would be totally beyond him. Nowadays, his model is not so much outdated as it is easy to poke holes in. Like, how would you survive chained up? Like, wouldn't you be aware of certain bodily functions? It's much easier just to plug everyone into a computer system. Then you can start asking the important questions, like, what if the Matrix is real? What if you're in it right now? Would you want to leave? Would you even want to know? And why is Hugo Weaving's performance in The Matrix so similar to his portrayal of Elrond in Lord of the Rings? And why does that not bother me? At the rate technology is progressing, we might actually have to deal with these things one day. Or not. That would be preferable. I mean, time travel, I'm all for time travel in movies. I am purely anti-time travel in reality. And that is why science fiction's awesome. It's like philosophy, except with less old guys and more laser guns. And slightly less memorization of debatably useless facts. No, that's not true. It's definitely more memorization of useless facts. Audrey, I can't wait to see your video.